How's it going, guys? This is Rich with Wolverine Airsoft. Wanted to give you guys a quick update on where things currently stand. So first of all, we want to say thank you to everybody that has supported us, especially over the past year or so. There's been a lot of challenges, a lot of disruptions, and we really appreciate the overwhelming support that you guys have shown. Second, we wanted to apologize. Our lead times on MTWs are clearly not where we want them to be, and certainly not where you guys want them to be. In addition to that, there are times where we have quoted a certain lead time and then not been able to deliver on the schedule that we quoted. So we apologize for that. That's not how we want to operate. It's not what we want to do. So I wanted to start by giving you guys a realistic picture of where we currently stand. And then we're going to talk about some of the challenges we're dealing with, and then the things that we're doing to try to mitigate those challenges and get stuff to where we want it to be. So, first of all, where we currently stand. Our normal lead time for filling MTW orders right now is about 8 to 10 weeks. Okay? But, that said, that's not always consistent. Sometimes it can be faster than that, and sometimes what happens is if we get in a big order or a series of large orders all at once, orders that come immediately after that will get pushed back further because we'll get an order that'll take us, a month and a half to fill that one order. So if your order comes in immediately after that, it might not be 8 weeks or 10 weeks, it might be 12 or 15 even. So there's some compression and expansion of the lead times there, but normally we are sitting around 8 to 10 weeks. Second, while you guys haven't really seen lead times come down yet, a lot of stuff that we have already done has made a lot of improvements already. So our backlog of guns, we've cut about in half the total backlog of guns since the end of November. So there's a lot of progress there. I know that you guys haven't really seen that flow through to you yet, but we are making progress. Second, I want to talk about some of the challenges. I'm not going to belabor the points of the overall, chaos that is global supply chain right now, because there's shutdowns in different parts of the world and supply chains are a mess everywhere. I'm not going to focus on that. I want to just give you guys a couple examples of some of the specific things that we've had to deal with. One is that there is, on our electronics, there is a global semiconductor shortage. Okay, you're welcome to look this up. This is affecting tons of industries. A lot of the plants, especially in Taiwan, that manufacture these semiconductors are shut down and have been for ages. So there's a shortage of these basic, simple components that normally would be no big deal. But now it's causing delays and increased lead times in order to get simple parts made on our electronics. So there's that. On the machine parts for the gun side, one of the things that we've had to deal with is the fact that we share on the MTW a lot of parts with an actual AR-15. What this means is that the recent run since the election, those of you that are not in the US may not be tracking what's happening with the AR market, but since the election in the US in November, there has been a run on firearms and firearms components. So some of the stuff that we used to get quoted a lead time almost overnight, our lead time shifted from 4 to 5 weeks to 8 to 10 months for some of these components. That causes a lot of problems. It's required us to vet new suppliers, all sorts of stuff that really isn't you guys' concern, but there are major issues here that we are having to deal with and mitigate, and while we can solve those problems, we believe, we can't solve them immediately. They take time to work through. So, some of the things that we are doing to mitigate these issues and improve for the future. We have already substantially invested in new machinery. Our throughput on receivers is substantially higher than it used to be, and we are now more than able to keep up with the number of receivers that we need to actually do the machining on. Second, we've been hiring new people. From top down, we just hired a new COO. We have new assembly people. We have new team leads, all sorts of things. So improving our staffing levels in order to keep up with the demand for products. In addition, we're improving our systems. We are implementing a new customer service system. We are implementing a new inventory system to improve our reliability and our turnaround time on both service cases and building new products. The thing with all of these solutions is that you have to keep in mind they all take more time in the short term. So while we've purchased new equipment, now we have to spend time setting that equipment up, tooling it up, doing all the stuff that needs to be done that takes time away from other stuff. We hire new employees, and that's great. And long term, they'll be very productive. But in the short term, it means that we have to train new employees, which takes more time. Systems take time to set up. So all of these things, once they're set up and they're in place, and some of them already are in place and adding value, some of them are still in the works. But in the meantime, they all take time away from actually building product and bringing our lead times down. But we do believe that they are the right thing to do. They are long-term solutions that will reduce our lead times and improve our quality long-term. So please bear with us. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience. We know we're not where we want to be with lead times right now, and we're certainly not where you guys want us to be. But we are doing everything that we can to mitigate these issues and to get things back under control. And hopefully next time that I do one of these videos, I'll be able to give you guys some good news and tell you the progress that we've made since we talked last time. But thank you guys, and we will see you guys next time.